What's up, everyone? Microloc, natural hair community. I think we're all under the same umbrella. I'm back with another video. Honestly, it's time. It's time to tell you guys what's been going on with me. Nothing like this is still about hair. But I did the big chop. Now, I'm not like ashamed of having short hair. It's not styled right now. I have not been wearing it out either. I was a little sad that my Microloc journey came to an end, but it made me realize a lot of things that I needed to know. Obviously, if I ever decided to relock my hair, that would be the third Microloc journey. There's just a lot of things I would do differently and a lot of things I would prep myself for in the situation of unforeseen circumstances. Now, some people would be like, oh, you have to continue, don't quit and give up. It wasn't like a full-on give up. Maybe the first journey was a give up. That one could have survived. But the slash journey wasn't a give up. It was just not serving me anymore. It also was established differently, which gave me different results that I did not really enjoy. So there's just a lot of things with Microlocs in general that you have to really prep yourself on and educate yourself on, because some things you can't undo. However you establish your hair is just how it starts. So it's like very important to like be aware of where you're starting, how small are you getting them, the method that you lock with. Are you going to self-retie? Are you going to have a loctician? Because there's things that happen along that journey, which is life in general. But for hair, it's what are your plans to accommodate those changes, or how are you going to adapt? Some people might think, oh, because I dyed my hair too much, or oh, that's why I had to cut my locks off or whatever. No, the dye didn't matter. I dyed my hair a lot in the previous set. The things that I specifically was, I don't want to say struggling with, but I noticed was, I never counted my locks either, but my first lock journey, they were smaller, and I also started them with braid locks. So my locks expanded and they were fluffier, which gave my hair a fuller look. Or I don't want to say illusion because I have fine strands, but I have high density. But it gave me just a fuller, more volume look. And they were fluffier. So I know that your locks expand no matter what method you use. If you do the 2-strand twist, that's the fluffiest they can get. Braid locks is a bit more confined. Even when you interlock your hair, it's still going to expand. But not only did I interlock, I also got them slightly bigger. So in general, they were just less volume than my first set. And I was just not liking how it was coming out. It was looking stringy for me. Some people like that look, or it's their first time ever getting Microloc, so they don't know what they're really getting. So the fullness that they get, they're like, oh, okay, cool, they're cool with it. But because I had already had a previous set and it was just so full, I did not anticipate that much lack of volume just by interlocking them and getting them a slightly bigger. My first set was 1/4 an inch each square, and this last set was like 5/16. It was just like the size up. It was still small or medium. I don't know. I don't know. And I also went to 2 different trademark systems. The first time I got Bell Microlocs, I didn't get hair added, but they have a patent grid, which I really like because my hair looked very neat and it was very, very well done. Very well done. Then the second time I went to a sister lock consultant, it's also certified professional. But my grid was not as neat, or I didn't get sister locks, but I still got Microlocs installed. So it should still have some form of grid or something. I don't know. Maybe if I had gotten sister locks, they would have been neater or something. I don't know. But in general, it was just slightly different. And all those things in the beginning you think are slight, like, oh, okay, it should be fine. But it does matter. It does matter, because once that foundation is set, once that grid or whatever method that you use, the rest of your lock journey follows after. Now, although my first set was smaller, and I was having difficulties because my hair strands are fine, and postpartum shedding and whatnot, I think I just still preferred them look as uniform as possible, because in that set all of the locks were about the same. Even the ones that were falling out, they weren't skinnier than the next one. Whereas the set I had this time, the one that I just cut off, they varied. And they were also interlocked, so they were just skinnier. It was just a lot of things I thought I would be happier with, but the reality was I just needed to realize that if I wanted a certain look, these are the pros and cons that come with having locks that much smaller in order to have the volume that I enjoyed. But if I want them to be bigger and interlock, I have to accept this is how they're going to look. And for me, I was like, oh, I'd rather have the volume and then just deal with longer reties, or, okay, some might fall. I might have to patch 2 or 3 here together, here and there. But for the most part, they would be more uniform. For the most part, it'll be more full. I just enjoyed that whole look way better, way better. Another thing too that I did not anticipate, well, I don't want to say did not anticipate, but did not properly prepare myself for, was the financial commitment of Microlocs. Now, when you compare it to buying products, blah blah, people say that it works out to be cheaper per year than being a loose natural or buying wigs or sew-ins and all this stuff. No matter what, black hair care, especially for Black women, it's going to cost you. Whether it's going to cost you financial money or it costs you in time, it's going to cost you one way or the other. I think it's just whatever you're more comfortable with. What can you live with? Can you live with spending the dollars, or you need to give yourself one weekend out of the month or every other weekend to do your hair? Because loose natural hair, I still see a lot of videos popping up. Oh, my wash day, 4-hour wash day. But you're doing that every 2 weeks or once a month. So no matter where you go, Microlocs or loose natural, you're still gonna have to invest your time. Do you get what I'm saying? It's either way, it's gonna cost you time and or money. Period. That's just how it is. No way around it. So that never bothered me. However, I did encounter a financial stressor as well, on top of me not liking how they were coming along. And I didn't prep myself on if I was going to do self-retie. Was I going to educate myself or practice or learn how to do it to where if I am not able to get to my stylist, am I going to retie it myself? What about that? So that's 2 main things that ended the journey for me. Again, it was my decision. Now, Team Big Chop. What's next? I have no idea. I'm going to be so honest with you. I have no idea. I buzzed it so low that the hair was sticking up. It hasn't even have a full curl yet. That's why I'm rocking my hat right now. Okay. Again, I'm not ashamed of doing it. It's just that I have had short hair before on purpose. I've big chopped. I've worn my hair short, just strictly short because I like it short. I've done the platinum blonde. I did all that stuff already. So that's why I'm not on here doing a style my TWA or look at my baby hairs. And I did that. Plus, I'm not as slender now post to two baby-anas. So short hair for me now is just hitting different, you know. It's not that I'm lacking it. I just don't feel like portray myself in that way. Whereas earlier in life and I wore short hair, I had a certain spunk with it. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I felt like, it fit me at that time. I don't feel like this fits me right now to the point where I'm going to be styling it and rocking it and all that stuff. I'm just kind of like, I guess I'm not even sure what I'm doing next. I do know for sure that I will be growing my hair out, obviously. I'm not going to keep cutting it. I'm not going to keep wearing it short. But I'm not really sure if I'm team natural, team loose natural hair, or microlocs. Because again, in order to have a successful microloc journey, there's just a lot of things that I would have to really prep myself for. And for sure, if I were to, I definitely got to do a self-retie class, because that would help cut out some of the anxiety I was having, because I was like, oh my God, my loctician, she's not going to want to work with me no more. Oh, I'm at 6 weeks. That like feeling every month, every other month, if I can't get to her. And I would always have a lot of slippage and all that stuff, that maybe if I would still go to a stylist. Don't get me wrong. But maybe I wouldn't go monthly. I would go every other month and do it in between or something like that. I did have less hair worry with microlocs and hair freedom. I still had fun with it. I colored it. I had a blast. My only thing is that now it's not even like the hair dye or anything like that. Since I've cut my hair, I've realized how chocolate brown, not even chocolate, like sandy brown my real natural hair is. I'm like, dang, my hair is really not black. Like, it's not black. Don't mind my eyebrows or my lashes. But my hair growing on my scalp is not black. And I also see a couple grays. Oh, okay. So I was just like, you know what? Why not? Why not I just wear it out? Not like this short, but like maybe once in like a little afro or something. Well, you know what? Why not? Let's just rock it as is, like be as is, like. But I don't have a set plan. I don't know if I'm microlocking again. So if you want to unsubscribe and things like that, like, I completely understand. Because people want to see people grow. Some people want to see people hair grow. Some people want to see people grow as a person, as an individual. And I understand. So if you're here specifically for hair growth, I understand. If you're here to see me grow as a person or an individual, I also understand. But I will say this. I am at minimum following healthy hair. I am at minimum following healthy hair. So here are a few things that I've done since cutting my hair or prior to cutting it, because I already knew I was going to cut it a couple weeks before we actually did it. We, meaning me and my partner. I realized that you can buy all the oils and creams and deep conditioners and put it all on you, coat your whole head, whether that's microlocs or loose natural hair or whatever, but they can only do so much. And this time around, I've just been focusing on me, like making me feel good from the inside. And that has also included taking vitamins on a regular basis. I take them every day now. Before, I would be so bad with pills and supplements like that. That so far, I think I've already done a full 30 days straight, almost about a month now. So it's just, and I've been working out more regularly. I had an injury. This is like in my personal life. I had an injury that I was recovering from a previous company. and I haven't fully finished all the legality part of it. So that had also prevented me from being able to full blown go to the gym and things like that. That I'm almost kind of out of the whole situation. So I've been walking more and things like that of that nature. Just obviously hydration, being more conscious of the foods I eat, cutting out ingredients that doesn't work for me, specifically trying to be 100% dairy free. And that's just one. There's other stuff I noticed that makes me not feel good, or my stomach, or makes me tired when I eat it. I've just been trying to be more aware of feeling good from the inside and not just worried about what the exterior. And I've noticed that following my health is where the money's at. Health is wealth. And I'm happy that I'm starting that now at the foundation. Because no matter what I decide to do, whether that's loose natural hair or microlocs again, it would be at a healthy, strong standpoint. Not just my hair, whether that's being uncolor treated or completely natural or using only natural ingredients or buying expensive hair products. No, it will be because my body is in its optimal health. The heart is beating well. The lungs are giving all the oxygen. My stomach, my gut is absorbing all the nutrients. I'm eating things that is making my body at its optimal, which will also promote better skin, clearer skin, stronger hair, healthier hair, shinier hair. All of those things is a circle. So right now I'm at the foundation point. Just inside. For me, so that all that beautiness will show on the outs. I don't know if I'll make another video where I do decide what I'm doing with my hair, or updates, or even styling it. Again, because I haven't made a decision, and right now I don't really want to. I will say this. It will be loose natural for a while, because regardless, even if I wanted to lock it back up, ain't nothing to lock. So it would still have to be, I think, at minimum 4 inches for either Sister Lock Consultant or even Bell Microlocs. Or a lot of people want at least 4 to 6 inches before they lock or twist your hair. So either way, I gotta get a couple inches before I decide to do anything. So in the meantime, I'm just rocking out. Just trying to be consistent with eating that works for my body. I'm not going to say eating healthy. Because it looks different for everybody. Healthy for me is cutting out dairy, gluten, and certain other ingredients, eating more of the stuff that my body does respond to. Whereas some people, their body thrives off milk and other fruits and vegetables and things like that. And so it's just making an individual plan for you. Okay, some people love lifting weights, some people like cardio, some people like swimming. Whatever it is, I'm finding what that is for me to make me healthier, feeling better. And I know my hair will grow. I'm not putting no wild growth oil or castor oil. I'm not putting none of that nonsense on my bald scallywag head. I'm just, I wet it a little bit. I have been wearing a wig. Not every day. Only to this one location that I've been doing hours for school credit. I just wear a wig there because I don't really want people asking me, oh, why'd you cut your hair? I can't even tell you why. I know why I cut the locks off, but I can't tell you what I'm doing next. And I don't have time for people to interrogate me over something that they don't really that much care about. They may be curious in the moment, but they don't actually care. So it's we're not going to have a whole conversation about me making a decision that's only affected my life. You only see me for a short amount of time, so we're not going to have a whole conversation about it. So when I wear a wig, nobody asks me nothing. Nobody asks what's underneath the wig. Or I don't even think people think it's a wig. I think some of them think it's my hair. Whatever they think, it doesn't matter because I don't care to talk about it. I'm just, but I do wear it out. Don't get me wrong. I do wear my little buzz cut out and, whatever. I'm not like, oh my God, I'm so ugly. No, I don't feel ugly at all. My man be rubbing my head. I feel fine. It's so interesting because my firstborn, his hair was cut recently, and so he'd be like, "Mommy, you look just like me now," and I'm like, "Yeah, baby, just for now though. It's temporary." But it's just amusing how he don't look at me different neither. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not even a thing. It's not real. It's like, okay, it happened, but okay, what's next? Also, I think the main thing about making this change is consistency. Consistency, being consistent. And I think that's what I'm really aiming for. Before I decide microlocs or loose natural hair or I'm not saying I'm gonna get a relaxer. I haven't gotten a relaxer in over I wasn't relaxed long. I think my mom relaxed my hair like twice in high school and I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. I cut it all off in high school. So I knew that off rip. But I mean things could change. I might like a pixie. I don't know. But it's probably more likely gonna be of the two. Natural or something. I don't know. But the main thing is being consistent. And that is the real foundation. That's the real thing right there. So I'm trying to learn to be consistent. I've also since regrown my lashes, as you can see. I used to love me a new set of minks. Had to cut that out. And so I've been regrowing my natural eyelashes. Consistency. I do a little routine every night. Sometimes in the morning too. I didn't brush them out right now actually. But they look good already. I didn't even have to brush them out. Look at that. It's just little things. I'm just working on the little things. Consistency on the inside. And everything else will come together. I'm pretty sure it will all come together. I'm not going to lie though. The wig life's pretty cool. You just pop it on. Do what you got to do. Come on, pop it off. I like that aspect of a wig than, running out and go get a glue and sew in or something. I like that my real hair is accessible. So, like, I can switch it up on the dime. And then not that I'm, feel that I have to have a wig. Like, I'll never wear my hair out. No. It's just, I like that I can get to my hair very easily and quickly and put the wig back on if I whatever, going to see certain people that I just don't need them in my business ask me questions about my hair or my head, why, so it's like, I like that, but I don't know if I'm going to be like a wig natural where I only wear wigs. Like, I'm not picking any certain lifestyle or I'm not being tied to one or the other. I'm just trying to take care of myself from the inside out. Everything else will follow. But I will show you guys my hair. I know you're like, oh my God, just show us. But really, honestly though, there's no even curl to it. Okay, I'll show you a little bit. You see that? Look how light that is. Like, it's not black, y'all. My hair is not black. It's not even a curl to it yet. So maybe when there's like actually something to do, okay, I'll pop on and maybe a TWA or I don't know. Watch me style my big chop, but it ain't curling yet. So when there's something happening, I'll come back and let y'all know. I promise. See, I came back and told y'all what happened now, right? I promise I will come back and do a little style when there's something curling, actually curling. But right now, it's beanie life right now. And you know, it's actually been cold out lately. Oh, my arm look big. I'm like that. It's been cold out lately, so that's another reason why I'm wearing a hat. It's cold as hell. I'm freezing. So yes, I have a hat on. It's cold. So that's also another good thing. The timing that I did it. It's cold outside. Nobody gonna ask me why I got a hat on. So we'll see. Okay, bye.